Hi, it's Martin outside the Etihad Stadium for Blue Moon Rising TV. I'm with Mark, lifelong City fan. What were your thoughts on the game tonight, Mark?
Bit disappointing, but we're getting quite used to it in the Champions League, really. You know, we weren't that good, but we weren't that bad, and to get somewhere in this tournament, we've got to be really good.
Yeah, point a fair result tonight?
I think if I was a Roma fan and I went away with nothing, I'd have been a bit disappointed, to be honest.
Thought Totti masterclass a little bit tonight. I thought he was in the bits that he did. You can tell what a player he's been and still is to some extent.
He always has been a great player, and he's still got the vision. You can see he's still got it, but that includes everything. That also includes knowing how to foul, when to stop the game, when to do the tricks. Complete, utter professional. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Would you say anything about the team selection tonight? I thought in the second half it looked a lot better to me. When we played five and one up front,
when we got Milner on, we started to look a lot more of an attacking threat. Navas was sort of running around in circles. He was trying his best, but Milner seemed to blend a bit. I just think if we'd have gone at it, we waited for 70 minutes before we started to play. I think if we'd have gone at it from the first whistle, the way we played in the last 20 minutes, I think it can be a completely different result. We just seemed frightened in the Champions League games.
Do you think we can still qualify? Is there a progression, to be honest with you, over the last two seasons? Do you see City are getting better in the Champions League, or do you just see this as like the ultimate hurdle, really?
I just see it the same, to be honest. It doesn't really seem that much different. Ultimate hurdle, when you look at the teams, we should be going through these groups. You know, if we're serious and want to be considered as a top European team, it's almost as if we get frightened with Champions League games. I really don't think, when you look at the talent that they've got, they're probably no better than Everton, Aston Villa. Yeah, if that had been Everton and Aston Villa, we'd have gone at him from the first minute and stuck 4 or 5 past them.
So you think it's a respect thing we almost give to the teams that come here in the Champions League, a little bit too much respect?
I think maybe it's just becoming a habit, and it's a habit that's hard to break. It's becoming a mental block. It's a mental block. We seem to play completely differently. We seem to give it too much respect. And as I say, that team, I don't think we're any better. When you look at their age, you know, top player Givino couldn't do it at Arsenal. Ashley Cole got moved from Arsenal. You know, we headed Arsenal by a number of points over the last 2 years. So if they can't get in Arsenal's team, why should they be able to come here and beat us?
It's true. Can we progress? Can we qualify?
We can always progress, but I think we're going to have to go to Rome and win.
Go to Rome and win and beat Bayern Munich here?
Yeah, why not? I mean, it's City. Anything can happen. We've just got to get this Champions League hoodoo out of our skins, really, haven't we? And believe we can win.